incontri proseguono dopo appunto una giornata intensa. Artisti, ospiti appunto del festival, che sono Mask Ming, Lian Lisha e Paolo Peng Shuai, che accogliamo con un grande applauso.
Mask, do you want to tell about yourself and why you went to Germany? And how do you feel about the concept of identity?
Okay. Hello, I'm Martin. I moved to Berlin in 2005. In China, I felt I was always different than the other people. Not only because I'm sexual orientation, also because I was more like an artist.
Okay.
But that's why I want to.
I will translate a little bit.
I've always thought about leaving my hometown, maybe somewhere other city or town in China. But later, I just because of some friends, so I was invited to visit them in Germany. I loved the place where we have been in Berlin, so it's really very free there. The atmosphere was really great for me. So that's why I tried to get a studying. At first, I came to Berlin for learning and studying graphic design. At the same time, I started doing my art in Berlin. So I met an art agency, helped me to join the exhibitions and art fairs. That was where everything started.
Yeah, sure.
I'm a Chinese in Berlin, maybe special, but I always felt myself in China already like a different person, like an outsider, a misfit. So in Berlin, I'm still a misfit, an Asian artist, Asian queer artist in Berlin. So I didn't have very bad feeling, even though in Berlin it's more people, they are very open-minded, and I have a lot of friends in Berlin, so I really enjoyed my life in Berlin. Okay, yeah, okay, thank you.
Per cui Ming, se vuoi dire due parole, if you want to say a few words about your video and how your art.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
And I'd love to hear the history of you remembering the propaganda poster when you were a kid.
Okay, I'll say something. Yeah. Right. Okay, thank you. I started my art, really doing my art or showing my art really in Berlin. Actually, I learned or started drawing or painting since childhood. But at the beginning of my art career in Berlin, I just did what I couldn't do in China because the topic of my art was not so easy in China. I used to only have one online exhibition in China at that time. The website already, it doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, I translate.
Anyway.
I translate or you translate?
Yeah, so I just started in Berlin. So with my painting, the first time, I only did that for like instinct. I didn't think so much about what I do. I just did that, and through my exhibitions, art fairs, a lot of people ask me why, and that makes me think about why. Where come this old topic? Of course, it's all from my experience in China before, from my childhood until Berlin. Because my father was in the army, he was like a
Soldier?
officer.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I used to live in a military compound. So I used to see a lot of military things. At that time in the 80s, the soldiers still had the uniform, like in my works, paintings. And also my father always brought a lot of such kind of military magazines at home, but they're all free, like pictorial, only picture in the magazine. Also, there are many soldiers, and we saw a lot of posters, propaganda posters, and slogan on the wall everywhere. It's still 80s, shortly after the revolution, cultural revolution. There's still a feeling of Mao era still there. So all these elements, like for me, like a part of me already. Also there in the army, in the military, we have every week cinema day. You can watch the film there. So it's where all the old film in my music video come from.
See. I said to them that the 4 videos are on show.
Yeah, that's right. That's all my inspiration come from, the elements. At first from my paintings, and then later I start doing music since 2013. Okay. Also later I did some music videos, like art videos by myself with all the kind of elements.
Allora, dopo aver tanto parlato delle loro opere, credo che sia il momento di andarle a vedere, insomma, per cui intanto ringraziamo ancora tantissimo gli artisti e Silvia per il suo lavoro. E grazie a voi per l'attenzione e siete ovviamente tutti invitati alla Saletta Campolmi qui sotto.
Dai, scendiamo giù tutti subito adesso, dai.
Sì, benissimo.
Sì. Grazie. Grazie.